Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. For my old hats, I appreciate you being here. And for our new people, please welcome in. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe. Now, what's really going on with this Eric Swalwell? What is going on with the members of Congress that we have this kind of issue going on? Let's listen.
When we first
All eyes are on Eric Swalwell as the U.S. representative announced Sunday he is suspending his campaign for California governor in light of sexual assault allegations against him. Swalwell saying, "To my family, staff, friends, and supporters, I am deeply sorry for mistakes in judgment I've made in my past. I will fight the serious, false allegations that have been made, but that's my fight, not a campaign's." Here's former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy on ABC's This Week.
Every member in Congress knows not to let any young staffer get around Swalwell or Matt Gaetz. It's not a secret there.
I'm not surprised, frankly, because there have been rumors after rumors after rumors. His colleague in Washington pretty much said that. That's what Adam Schiff said. That's what Nancy Pelosi said.
That's former San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown, reacting to news of Swalwell suspending his campaign.
Is there anybody that you support at this point?
No, I'm still trying to find somebody who might be able to win. And so far, I haven't found him.
Swalwell had held a narrow lead among Democrats.
But right now, this is a mess. It's a mess for the Democratic Party, and it's a mess for California primary voters.
Daniel Schnurr teaches political communications at UC Berkeley and USC and says the two immediate beneficiaries of this news are Katie Porter and Tom Steyer. Both have been criticized, but Schnurr says Porter may have an easier time rising in the polls.
He's being attacked for making millions and millions of dollars for investing his money in ways that most Democrats find to be absolutely unacceptable. Porter is being criticized for being unpleasant. I don't think most Californians want an unpleasant governor, but of the two, it seems like it might be an obstacle that is more likely to be overcome.
Of course it's going to be overcome. They got to pick somebody. They have to pick somebody. And Lord only knows what's going on with this Swalwell. What happened to this decency? This person, you did not know this was what was going on behind the scenes. Nobody knew except people in Congress. You see how they keep lies and stuff from the American public. They were just going to let people vote for him to be the governor of California. And he was another sleazeball, just like our president. He's just another sleazeball, just like everybody else. That's crazy. Now, we definitely have to see whether they're going to get rid of that Gonzalez guy, the one who was chasing after his assistants, and his assistant committed suicide. But he's a Republican. So let's see how the Republicans try to hold their person accountable. Are they going to do that or are they not? But this threw me off when I was just riding in the car, and I was like, wait a minute, hold up. His accuser is finna sit down and talk? Oh, I had to come in and turn this on. I just had to.
Bloom. With me is my law partner, Eric Swalwell, and my client, Lana Drews. Lana will be reading a statement. Eric Swalwell and I will also have statements. Lana will not be answering questions. Eric Swalwell and I will be answering questions after the statements.
This lady is a long time legal person, lawyer, who has always represented women that have been abused by high-profile men. I wonder where she been in the Epstein file. I ain't seen her trying to represent none of the women in the Epstein file, but normally she gets out when it's publicity, when people want to be out front in front of the camera. This lady right here is always at the front and center. So I'm trying to figure out why she ain't up there trying to get those Epstein people, them Epstein women talking. She ain't doing that, but she got this right here. Let's see.
Thank you all for coming. Lana.
Hello, everyone.
Get closer.
Hello, everyone.
This is Eric Swalwell's Accuser. This is wild. This shit is wild.
My name is Lana Drews. In 2018, while I was living and working as a model in Beverly Hills, and I also owned a fashion software company, I had contact with Eric Swalwell on 3 separate occasions after meeting him socially. He offered me connections to further my software company, and I also had an interest in local politics. He invited me to 2 public events. I knew he was married at the time and that his wife was pregnant. He was my friend. On the 3rd occasion, I believe he drugged my drink.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a minute. He not only is a creep. Wow. He ain't only a creep. This is wild. She's accusing him of being a creep. Let's be clear. She's accusing him of being a creep. But she's on TV saying this out loud. This is wild. How you let it get this far? How did Eric let it get this far?
I only had 1 glass of wine. We were supposed to go to a political event, and he said he needed to get paperwork from his hotel room. When I arrived at his hotel room, I was already incapacitated, and I couldn't move my arms or my body. He raped me, and he choked me.
This is wild, right on TV. He raped me and he choked me. Now, that's straight out. Normally, people be hinting at what's being done. They don't really say what's being done. They really be like, I was assaulted. Normally, they don't just come out and say this. She just came out and said, he raped me and he assaulted me. Wow.
And while he was choking me, I lost consciousness. And I thought I died. I did not consent to any sexual activity. Although I did not undergo a rape kit at the time, I disclosed the assault to the people closest to me. I also recorded these events in my handwritten calendar. The assault and its impact were later documented during my therapy sessions at a sexual assault center in Connecticut.
That's crazy. I mean, wait a minute, hold up. He's married, his wife is pregnant, and he out here taking pussy. He out here taking pussy. That's the only way I can say it. Wow. Wow. Allegedly. Let's make sure we say allegedly, seeing as how people don't want to get sued. You can sue me all you want. You ain't get no money. But allegedly.
It had a profound impact on my mental health. I self-medicated in an unhealthy way. I did not want to live anymore. I cried all the time for years. At the time, I was in a dating relationship with a boyfriend I was fully committed to. I've never cheated in my life, and I would never have engaged in a consensual sexual encounter with Eric Swalwell. That reality further underscores the non-consensual nature of what occurred. It was a politically unusual and intense time in Beverly Hills, and I was considering a run for city council, which placed me in proximity to political figures and events and added to the pressure to remain composed and silent. Eric was aware I owned a software company and he spoke repeatedly about his ability to make introductions in Silicon Valley, referencing his political representation and influence there. I was not interested in him romantically, but I was interested in the business relationship and professional connections he offered to provide. My delay in taking action against Eric was driven by fear, not doubt. Fear of his political power, his background as an attorney, and his family law enforcement ties. I have never doubted what happened. I stand with the other women who have come forward, and I will be making a report to law enforcement shortly with my attorneys.
Ouch. Ouch. What the hell is he gonna do? This is not like small accusations. This is detailed. She on camera. She's telling the world, you raped and you choked me, and you had a wife at home pregnant. Now, I know this man cheated. This man cheated. He cheated. He did whatever he did, because he always, every time, every statement I see it with this man is saying, me and my wife, I apologize to my wife. My wife understands. My wife has forgiven me. He always got a statement in there where he said, this is between me and my wife understands, blah, blah, blah. So that tells me his ass been out there screwing around. He been out there screwing around. And then you got the other Senator McCarthy out there saying everybody knew to keep these two goofballs away from all the the girls. Eric Swalwell and Matt Gaetz. Well, we already knew Matt Gaetz, but see, Matt Gaetz like young girls. He used to be a representative in Congress. He used to like young girls that were like 16, 17. No, there is something wrong with that, Black America, when they 15, 16. There's something wrong with that. I'm starting to think something wrong with you if you don't think something is wrong with that. So Eric Swalwell, so they knew in Congress that they liked maybe not young girls on Eric's part, but Matt Gaetz definitely liked young girls, right? So my thing is this: why is it that all the men, we always having these conversations about men are good men are the best men are all black, white, and the third, all X, Y, and the third, but it's always that we hear about men doing the degenerate shit. We always hear about men doing the cheating. We always hear about men making relationships get exploded. We always hear about men doing these things. See, I know that 9 times out of 10, when relationships fail because of fidelity, it's the man who does it. I know that's for a fact. I've been on this planet long enough to know that women can keep their legs closed. Most of the time, it ain't the men that can keep men can't keep their legs closed, and women just put up with it. Now, Eric Swalwell's wife got to put up with the fact that her husband is a cheater and a graper. How do you stay married to a graper? How do you stay married to a person that's been accused of rape? How do you even deal with somebody that has been accused of rape and you married to him? That's what has to happen. This is what has to happen with Matt Gaetz. Eric Swalwell. No, it ain't a lie, Black America. It's not a lie, because the other male senators, and the male congressmen have been coming out and saying X, Y, and Z about Eric Swalwell. So it's not a lie. Any one of them women can lie, but these male senators over here, they ain't lying. They saying that they dogs. that they've been cheating. So I tend to believe the males. I tend to believe the female, but I also believe the men. All of these people can't be lying, Black America. All of these people that came out and said this about Eric can't be lying. So you need to back up off that. All of them can't be lying. Okay. So we got a person who came out here, put the accusations on full blast. People going to start investigating it. People going to put it together. They're going to put 2 to 2 together. They're going to tear Eric Swalwell's life apart. And it's a damn shame that somebody had to call the police on that man. But somebody orchestrated this. Somebody orchestrated this to take the man down. And I get it. It's a dirty business. Politics is a dirty business. It's a rough sport, and you got to be ready for it. He should have been ready for it. He should have known that people were going to talk about his past. He should have known people were going to find out that he was a dog, that he liked to chase women. Okay. All of the senators and the congressmen knew it, but they were all keeping that secret. They were all keeping the secret that he was a shiesty human being. Okay. Now it's the women that are coming out. Somebody went and found those women. Some people went and found those women and had those women come out and tell the story. This is what happened. Let me find some dirt on Eric Swalwell, because we know we got some dirt on him. We found some dirt on him, got these women to come out, and here it is. So I believe him. I believe the men who have come out against him. I believe the women who have come out against him. Maybe not grape, maybe not X, Y, and Z, but where there's smoke, there's fire, okay? Where there's smoke, there's fire. And y'all put in the chat, I believe some of it. Y'all put in the chat whether you like the story or not. Please put comments in the chat for me, please, and thank you. And I will see you guys in the next hot story that hit the mic, because I'm doing the hot stories that hit the mic. That's what I'm doing. And this is unfolding as we speak. They finna kick him out of office. I wonder, is he gonna leave or he gonna let them kick him out? I don't know. Y'all put in the comment section what y'all think, and I'll see you in the next one.